Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Well, happy Halloween, you crazy folk. Welcome to Alyx's world, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and we are here for a special edition of my Q&A, Halloween edition. Happy Halloween. If you are going out trick-or-treating, make sure you're being safe and you go in a group in case one of y'all needs to stomp a mud hole and walk it dry, or do a shield triple power bomb. Because, you know, they be trying to steal y'all candy nowadays. They might be poisoning y'all candy. Candyman had the little razors and the little candy packs. Shoot. Never again for me. I will be celebrating with my friends. We're going to have a performance tonight at a theater. It's going to be a lot of Halloween songs, lots of Halloween perks and goodies, and let's just say beverages. Let's hope the ladies show up too. Y'all know how I do. Hi. I hope you guys are having a good day. Please take it easy on the what was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. I just lost my train of thought there. You know what? Thank y'all for being here. It's a chill day. It's a chill Sunday. As always, be sure you like the video, subscribe, click the bell, catch all my content when it comes out, donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo to help support the channel. We're gonna go one more strong month of Raw, SmackDown, AEW reviews. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna be taking a break in December, and I'm so happy that there are not gonna be any pay-per-views for that month. Thank you. That can be my break month. Honestly, if I'm being completely 100%, 1000% honest with you guys, if there was ever gonna be like an off season, it should be the month of December. No wrestling for the month of December. I think it would help. It would not just help the talent. It would help the fans recharge. It would help the fans kind of get over the craziness. You can still do promos. You can still do some type of content. But do you have to do wrestling shows? Just take the month off. Definitely something that both AEW and WWE should consider. At least one of them. Take the month off. Fuck it. I mean, yeah, the TV networks will probably be upset, but what are they gonna do? You know what I mean? Yeah, just personally, I think that would be great. Just take the month of December off. But anyways, yes, there will still be content coming out for you in December, and for the most part, it's just gonna be me just doing whatever the hell I want. I might just do a series. Might just turn it into a monthly, weekly series on, I don't know, a particular topic, particular wrestlers. Maybe we'll figure it out. But it's gonna be something special. Might just throw out what fans want versus what corporate wants series in the meantime. But yeah, absolutely. Thank you all for continuing to support me. So we're gonna get into this Q&A. We're gonna start things off with Facebook, and then Twitter, and then of course my email. You can send them while I'm still doing the questions, answering the questions, but I will only be up here for a certain amount of time. I think I'm going to cap it at 2 hours. Once it's 2 hours, I have to split because I got somewhere to be. So, yeah, just feed me questions, y'all, and I'll answer them. Well, yeah, let's do the plugs as usual. You know the deal. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Cashapp, Venmo, PayPal, Patreon, Super Chats, YouTube membership, Raw Cognizance. Get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees, Old School Deluxe Man t-shirt, New School Alyx's World t-shirt, and of course, blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. Mama America, oh yeah. Made by J Knox and Firestar Heart. And then, of course, Spotify. Check out my new music on Spotify. And yeah, let's do some shout-outs. Let's do some shout-outs here. Oh, we already got some super chats ready to go. I like that. I like seeing them super chats pop up. Let's get a quick word from our super chat playlist. Play a playlist, and then we'll get things started.
Cody is trying to be like John Cena by refusing to turn heel.
I'm gonna answer that question because that was one of the questions on the docket. I have my own theory of why fans are booing him and what Cody and what Cody and AEW is trying to do. I doubt Cody would get away with this. Matter of fact, if this was WWE, he would have never turned babyface to begin with. He would always be a heel, which is probably for the best, but we'll see.
Which music is your favorite from SmackDown and Raw do you like the most?
I guess by default, the SmackDown intro doesn't annoy me. Are you ready for a good time? But the Raw one, I mean, I respect it. There are people who absolutely love it, but I prefer the SmackDown one. That's just me. Show some love to the moderators, Ultra Shadow 97, Firestar Heart, Elias Ademi, and Godzilla Hawk for helping to keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. We are looking at a strong, about 50, 60 people in here. That's fine. I kind of figured that this was going to be one of those streams that didn't get a lot of people because it's on the Sunday and it's Halloween. Y'all out. Y'all not trying to hear me right now. And that's cool. I don't even have that many questions to answer, so this is probably going to be one of my shortest streams ever. I appreciate that. Let's do some shoutouts. Thank you to the following people for joining me. Mom and Joe, Arredondo, who haven't missed the stream yet. I appreciate that. New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, EGD, Sam3, Slash of Frenzy, Husky518, King of Hecko, Mundo, Water Sniper, Co Equestria. We're seeing some regulars where you're hearing the same names over and over and over and over again. I should start rewarding y'all for the way y'all show up. Seriously, I should do something eventually to reward my constituents, the people who are constantly supporting me and showing up. Higurashi at Uminiko, Higurashi in Uminiko Universe, something like that. Higurashi, what's up? Tony Lopez, Jojo, Sam3, Luis Valdez, Malik Murray. I'm pretty sure it was Malik. I don't know why he said Malik. Malik sounds great though, like Malik, but kind of short for Malachi Black. I'm tired, y'all. Sorry. Darnell 16 player, Mary Al Kathari. What's up, Mary? Close enough. I think that's everybody. Jet the Hawk. What's up, Jet the Hawk? Chase Games. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Christopher Carter. McLean Roche. Where the hell you been, sir? Haven't seen you in forever. Adam Ritter. Stephen Foster. Where have you been? Rachel Buck. Where have you been? Now y'all want to start showing up. Don't think I didn't miss y'all. Pop Culture Asylum. He's been pretty regular. What's up? Oscar Hernandez. And let's give the last one to... who's the last one gonna go to? I mean, I think I say everybody's name, actually. Oh, never mind. Nickname mine. There you go.
Cody's reactions are a long-term booking plan since day one. Everything about him and Brandy is hateable by design. Even his selected opponents helping this. It is about creating huge hate by smart marks.
Absolutely. I think he just nailed it. I'm going to trust that most of you are understanding what they're doing with Cody right now. But we'll get to that. Matter of fact, I think that's the first question on the docket. The Cody Rhodes question. Why is he getting booed? Let me see. Let me be sure. Thank you, Mr. Nickname My, for continuing to support me. Former Super Chat champion, Nickname My. Let's see here. I think I'm going to start with Facebook, so... Yeah, actually it is. It's the first question in the docket. The Bray Wyatt question would come a little bit later on. But let's just get right to it then. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and pause the super chats for now. We will play them later on. Take a seat back, relax, as we get into some Q&A Corner here on this special Halloween edition of my stream. So, let's answer the all-time question that most of you came here. Why are fans booing Cody Rhodes? Now, this is a question I've gotten from multiple people, so I just made it a general topic. So let's go ahead and just get to it, because I know a lot of people are saying, one in particular that sent me the question was like, I don't get the Cody Rhodes hate. He's putting people over. He's not selfish. He's not going for the world title. He's not being Jeff Jarrett. He's not burying anybody. Most of the time, he's losing and putting others over very convincingly. He gave examples of like Brody Lee and Aleister Black and Darby Allin, which are great examples. And when it comes to Cody Rhodes, just kind of getting into it, I don't think it has anything to do with his booking, per se. I think he's booked fine. I think Nickname Mike, he hit it on the head. I think purposely Cody is being booed by design. I think they're booking him in a way where his character, first off, feels a little bland. It feels like it's not really advancing or growing. That was the problem with John Cena. John Cena didn't really do anything that, further developed his character. He was the same smiling, you can't see me, C Nation poster boy since 2000, internet went out, 2008. And he stayed that character ever since. And people were just like, hey, John Cena, look, man, if you're going to be on top, can you change this up? Can you change this up? Can you give us a different flavor, give us a different personality, a different side of this you can't see me persona? It was the same reason fans turned on Hulk Hogan in 1992, 1993. It was the same old shit. People were getting sick of it. And they got sick of it. So the same thing is happening to Cody. It's just kind of like, alright, dude, look. We respect the fact that you're doing this for the love of the family, for your father, for the nightmare, and all that kind of stuff. After a while, you're just kind of like, what else you got, Cody? Is this it? This is kind of boring. Do something else. So when you take a character like that and then you throw him up against someone fresh, now my internet wants to crap out. I don't think my internet likes me talking down on Cody like this. Well, you better get used to it. Come back to me. Dagnabbit. Give me back my internet. Jesus Christ. Of course my internet decides to crap out. There it is. Yeah. Learn how to take it. Take it hard. Dagnabbit. But yeah, you put him up against a very fresh Aleister Black, a.k.a. Malachi Black, a.k.a. Tommy End, who is all kinds of amazing, all kinds of awesome, something new. You get dominated by Malachi Black, and you try to present him as this, not even like a full-blown heel. He's just an anomaly in and of itself, because there are times when he goes out there and he does do heelish things, like he tries to use weapons, he uses the miss, but for the most part, he plays by the rules. Like when he was fighting Dante Martin, beat him, and then he gave him the nod. So there's something to admire about him. He owns who he is. And with Cody, it kind of feels like, I'm not going to say he's ignoring the boos, but it feels like he's not really playing into it. He'll mention it, but him deliberately saying that I'm not going to turn, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do what you want me to do, it kind of feels meta. It feels meta. Fans are just kind of sick of the Cody Rhodes direction as it is, and they just want something different. I personally think what they're doing is deliberate. They're trying to get him to a spot where when he turns heel, he'll actually get heat. It's not going to be the whole, alright, we're going to turn you heel and the fans are going to like you. Nah, that happens too much. It happened with Sasha Banks. Like when Sasha Banks turned heel, no one really booed her. They just kind of liked her, but the thing is, because she was such a good villain, it's hard. It's one of those people that you like her, but you like seeing her get her ass kicked. Like Triple H. Triple H was that type of villain. Triple H would be a really big fucking asshole, but you appreciate him for that asshole. I can go on for days talking about just because you're a heel that's not getting booed doesn't mean you're a terrible heel. It just means that you're really good at your job and people appreciate you for your talent. And that's the type of heel I think, they want to go away from when it comes to Cody. They want Cody to get legit heat. As in, no, fuck that. So, yeah, he could easily do the whole, I'm gonna turn into a cowardly chicken shit heel and start cheating here and there and then get a different personality. You could do that, or you can go about it in a different, fresh way that nobody's ever thinking about. I personally want to see where they go with this. Didn't they call him the Prince of Wrestling? Certain things like that, little small things like that, it really does get under your skin. You just get up in your crawl. So, I personally think when he does turn heel, it'll be legit heat. I think he'll be a bigger heel, a more hated heel than Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns is at that point now where his character is so interesting that fans are kind of starting to cheer him as a babyface. And I don't see anybody else really getting to that point. Sadly. Roman comes out, says, "Acknowledge me." Fans actually cheer now. They don't boo because you don't necessarily have a strong babyface for him to go up against now. So yeah, why are fans booing Cody? Simply because they're tired of the shtick. They want something new. They want something fresh. They want a different side of him. And, Cody doing the whole, I'm gonna stay the way I am. I like the way I am, which is very which is very John Cena-esque. Yeah, it's gonna get him more heat. So maybe that's by design. We're going to see where it goes. I do think he will turn heel eventually. I think he has to. This isn't one of those, I don't really need to turn heel. I can just coast. No. He's going to have to turn heel eventually if he wants to remain somewhat marketable and beneficial to the show. Because you get to a point where fans are just sick of you. You start detracting from the show. We don't want that from Cody. We want Cody to add to the show. He's going to add to the show as a villain. Simple as that. That is why Cody is getting booed. Thank you for asking that, people. I appreciate that. I see a few more super chats coming in. Let me go ahead and play them, and then we'll get to the rest of the questions.
I don't think Cody will ever officially turn heel. He would then just give the fans what they want, which a true heel never does.
So you mean by turning into the prototypical heel? I think he's trying to go for more of a meta heel. Like a Homelander type of heel. Which is fine. But by not giving the fans what they want, he's basically going heel. So, just saying.
Hey Alyx, why you don't want to watch season finale episode for Dark Side of the Ring?
I haven't gotten to it yet. I'll eventually watch it and then do a review on it. Probably by tomorrow. For my Raw review. Had a lot on my plate, man. Had a lot on my plate. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? But yeah, I'll eventually get to it. I've always known about that craziness with the steroid trial. But we'll see what we can do. All right, let's go to Facebook. We're gonna start things off with a couple of questions on Facebook. Let's knock it out. Let's have a little fun here. Starting off with who's first? Christopher Sims from Virginia. A lot of us have different tastes in booking philosophies and formulas. Which catered more to you, what you like to see out of wrestling? NXT 2014 to NXT 2019, or 2019, the current AEW. Well, both of them catered a lot to what I love. NXT was more about the in-ring product, and everything else just kind of built towards that. The biggest one to me being Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. With that said, AEW is more of what I look for. AEW is, without question, the perfect blend of sports-based wrestling and entertainment. Because there are some sports entertainment factors that go into it, but I hate the fact that people only make it exclusive to WWE. The stuff that makes wrestling what it is isn't just exclusive to WWE or sports entertainment. Promos have always been a part of wrestling. Storylines have always been a part of wrestling. Why do people just assume that's only exclusive to WWE? No, that's professional wrestling. So, the whole, an indie has no storylines, no characters, bullshit. Now, I'll admit the larger-than-life type of characters that clearly aren't supposed to be seen as real, yeah, that's more WWE life-like. And AEW is more grounded with their characters. You know, Undertaker compared to John Moxley. One feels more real, the other feels like a movie. Depends on what you like. But yeah, like, in terms of the presentation, AEW is the perfect blend of both worlds. The characters and the wrestling with the stories. Well, all worlds. How about that? Is that the only question you asked for me? No, okay. Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate that, man. Steve Washington. Steve from Brooklyn, New York. He asked me if you could have... If I could have been in the writer's production room of one of the most controversial angles in wrestling, sports entertainment history, what would it be and what would you change if you could want it to? That's a good question. Controversies. Three came to mind. Daniel Bryan being fired in 2010 during the Nexus angle. I wish they wouldn't have done that. I would have actually kept him on TV, had him work with the Nexus, and then eventually get kicked out as seen as the weak link. And then there's so much we could have done with that entire angle. That was stupid. Imagine if Bryan was with the group, was a heel temporarily, turned babyface eventually, joined Team Raw. Nexus actually won at SummerSlam, and then that led to John Cena still getting, indoctrinated, and then having to fight for his freedom, and then Wade Barrett becoming world champion, and then carrying that storyline all the way to WrestleMania. Man, it would have been more awesome that way. Now, we wouldn't have gotten Miz. Yes, I'm pretty sure we all know we would not have gotten Miz as a world champion. Oh well. Well, I mean, let's be real. Who here really remembers Miz as the WWE champion in 2011? To me, Miz didn't start popping off until 2016? Yeah, that IC championship run was when I really started taking Miz seriously. Before then, it was just another guy on the roster. Not saying he can't wrestle. I'm just at that point where I didn't take him all that seriously until, you know what. So, yeah. Nexus angle for sure. You asked me these questions, and I know all the controversies. The Montreal Screwjob. Shoot. There's so many. Even the stuff with ECW. The Kane Dewey situations. There's so many things to talk about when it comes to those controversies. I think I'm going to stick with the Nexus. Because that one is the one that bothered me the most. That's what I'll say. Just to answer your question. If you had an unlimited amount of money and a major TV company, what would your company be named? And which 10 wrestlers would you build your company around? So basically, if I was Tony Khan and I wanted to start my own wrestling show, who would I have as my 10 wrestlers to build my show around? So, this is what I've been told. Every every new wrestling company needs at least 3 major names. 3. Now, you can get more, sweet, but you need at least 3, and then you must have at least 5 new faces. You can't have all major names and no new faces, vice versa. You can't have new faces and no major names. So for me, Bray Wyatt, aka Windham Rotunda, number 1. If I can grab AJ Lee, I would. She's probably working with WoW right now, so Windham Rotunda. Who is, and that's another thing too, who is free? Now, if you're just saying period, like I can just grab people from WWE or AEW. Oh, which Roman. Come here, Roman. How much you need? Bam. Definitely get Roman. I would definitely get Bray Wyatt, Windham. I need a major female wrestler. I could grab Britt Baker, but no, I'm gonna grab Thunder Rosa. Britt can stay with AEW. That just seems to be someone who's only exclusively good for AEW. Could she work for WWE? Sure, I don't trust WWE to use her properly. So Thunder Rosa would be number 3. But she'd be known as a new face though. She's not really a big name. I could get Charlotte. Nah, I wouldn't get Charlotte. I would get Becky. I would get Becky. No, fuck that. You can have Charlotte and Becky. I get Sasha. Roman, who did I say? Bray Wyatt, Sasha. Those are like my main superstars. Those are the ones that are going to bring me the eyes. And then I'm going to build everybody else around those 3. Then the new faces, of course, would be Thunder Rosa, then Darby Allin, and I'm just going to take people from AEW. Aleister Black, Malachi Black. I would definitely bring in a few more females. Serena Deeb, for sure. And then what I would do for that last spot, how many people was that? That's 7. For the last 3, I would get 3 people that no one has ever seen before. Like, I could easily grab Leo Rush, Dante Martin, and all that. No, I would get 3 people that no one has ever seen before and market them. Like Jacob Fatu. Some of y'all don't even watch MLW. So Jacob Fatu. I want to see. Y'all know who Zack Sabre Jr. is. I want to grab him so badly. Fuck it. I'm grabbing him. Zack Sabre Jr. and then Jeff Cobb. So now you have a roster of 10 people. You have powerhouses. You have high flyers. You got female. You got charisma. You got the big star, big fight feels. Now you got those 10 people. Now it's just building the entire company around them. So that's what I would do. That's kind of how I would operate. See how that goes. Now it might not go well at all, but that's just something that I would do. 1 second. Just got a message from my friend. Says she liked my new song. Alright. Well, thank you for the question. Those are some really good questions. Jesus Christ. Deep. Isaiah Webb from Nova. Uh-oh. What's this? Oh, nickname Maya has become a sponsor? Really? I appreciate the sponsorship, sir. What you sponsoring? What you over here trying to sponsor? I appreciate the support. Didn't say. Trying to see what. Alright, well, it's not telling me like what he sponsored, but thank you for being a sponsor of the show. I appreciate that. Now send me some money over Cashapp. Dad Nabbit, you want to sponsor something? Sponsor my wallet. Oh wow. Okay, so there it is. 7 months as a main eventer. Wow. Thank you, sir. Look at you, Mr. Main Event player over here. It's pretty good. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Who's next? Isaiah Webb. Bryan Danielson has been getting a lot of praise for his AEW run. Every match is unique and has a different finishing sequence rather than restrictions and or DQ finishes. He looked so free and creative, looking for new challenges and progression. People were going out of their way to say that this chapter of his wrestling career is better than anything he has ever accomplished working with WWE. In my opinion, is it better already? Or do you still feel like his run in WWE has some significance? Well, let me put it to you like this, Isaiah Webb. For me, I don't want to ever downplay what Daniel Bryan did in WWE. Let's keep this in mind. They never wanted him to be a big star. They did everything they could to keep Bryan down. They fought him tooth and nail. And despite all that, Daniel Bryan forced their hand, still got himself over, and managed to actually become, at one point, the top babyface in all of wrestling. Many even at WrestleMania got his moment. Forced their hand. They wasn't going to give it to him. The fans forced their hand. Got Bryan in that spot. And it's unfortunate that Bryan got hurt. And he never got to have that top spot run. So let's not downplay that, ever. That being said, yeah, I do agree that his run in AEW feels a lot more stronger. Because think about this. When Bryan first got in WWE, 2010, he went on a losing streak. I think he lost like 17 matches in a row. He was losing all of his matches. Within the first month, he hasn't lost once. And it feels natural. It doesn't feel like his wins are forced. It feels like, yeah, he should be winning these matches. He should be looking dominant because he's a sawn-off wrestling machine. And people believably think he's going to kick your ass. He has that natural charisma about him inside the ring. There's different types of charisma. There's the way you look and then what you do. Your performance. You know? Michael Jackson, for instance. Regular old Michael Jackson out in public. Sure. He has that smile, that charm to him. He's charming. But his charisma shows up on stage. When he's performing, when he does the... You know, ow! My baby. You get the idea. Michael Jackson on stage. Same thing with Bryan Danielson. Anytime he's wrestling, it's like you're magnetized by it. CM Punk has charisma on the microphone when he talks, when he emotes. That's when he gets the most out of his that's when he gets the most out of himself, out of his character, out of who he was. For me, yeah, I think the reason why his AEW run works so well is because we're seeing him be a lot more free in terms of how the matches finish, in terms of what he does in the matches. With WWE, is always, all right, you gotta get your shit in, you gotta hit your bullet points, hit your finisher, and go home. No, Bryan says, I'm gonna beat you in more ways than one, and it feels more Bret Hart-ish. That's something I will give to him. Bret Hart didn't always win with the sharpshooter, which I think is awesome. There are some times he would win with a roll-up. There are times he would win with a pile driver. There are times he would win with a superplex. And there are other times where he would find different ways of beating you. He didn't always use the sharpshooter. He could, but he didn't. Bryan doesn't always win with the label lock. Doesn't always win with the cow mutilation. Doesn't always win with the running knee. Sometimes he'll make you pass out to a triangle choke or a guillotine chokehold or whatever. And I think that's what makes him special. And that's why people like his AEW run more. Feels a lot more natural. If you know what I mean. But thank you for that question. Next question. In the mix of the relationship controversy where Instagram model Brittany Rayner, who left Charlotte Hornets forward PJ Washington shortly after giving birth to their son, is receiving a lot of money in child support, what is your take on certain women getting with men just to leech off of them after the relationship is over? PJ is a really good player, and he seems like a genuinely good guy who loves his kid. And I feel for him because I was almost in his situation. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I don't know much about that relationship. When you say controversy where she left him after giving birth to the child, okay, why would she leave him? We can't just assume that she left him because she just wanted the money. She didn't, just leave him because it's just easier to get paid this way so he doesn't have to work. Why did she leave him? Was there something going on with their relationship? Did she cheat on him? Did he cheat on her? I don't know much about that story. But you're asking me how I feel about women who get into a relationship for the money and not for the, for the love of the person. Let's just call it like it is. I know, especially us millennials, we grew up during the Disney era. We grew up being taught that you get married to the person that you love. That is someone that you're going to dedicate your life to, that you're going to take care of, that makes you happy. Right? We have to be careful when we get into these marriages, especially when we're young. Because a lot of people marry and just assume happily ever after, 50-50 bullshit. Marriage is work. Marriage is hard. Okay, now my stream wants to crap out when I'm talking about marriage. It don't want me to go there. Well, I'ma go there. Yeah. Submit, dad nabbit. Look here, yeah, like, to me, when it comes to marriage, people say it's 50-50 bullshit. It's 100-100. You have to give all of yourself, the good and the bad, to your other person, to your other lover. And they have to give 100% to you. That's hard. That is hard. Also know this. With that in mind, people change over time. People grow. They get more experience. They get more exposure to the world around them. They get more opportunities. And you get different sides of themselves that they didn't even know about, that you're now knowing about. Which is why people say the best age to get married, it's not in your 20s. It's not. The best age to get married is in your 30s. Late 30s. Because 30 years with yourself, you kind of figure out what you're all about. By that point, you're like, look, I know what I'm all about. I know what you're all about. Is this how it's going to be? Cool, let's go. 100% marriage going forward. It's not going to be easy. Nothing's ever easy. So I don't always want to blame the woman. That being said, yeah, there are some people out there that will just use you for money. They're not in it for the love. That's just them. But you know it up front. That's one thing too about certain people, like, what's his name? PJ Washington? PJ Washington? He knew what he was getting into. Look at him. He's 23 years old. And she's 29. See, nah. See? You have to ask yourself, from Jump Street, was that ever a relationship about love? I don't think it was. I don't think it was. I think it was always a business type of deal. Because marriage to a model, yeah, I don't know about that one, sir. So, yeah, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl said the age to get married would be about 28 to 30. I mean, I guess the typical age would be around that point. For me, nah, you have to be at least mid-30s. Because that's when you really know yourself enough. And you also come to the conclusion, or just get to a point where you're like, alright, I accept who I am. Yo, Amazing Tribe, I might have to ask you to stop spamming, bro. Ease up on the spamming, Amazing Tribe. Otherwise, one of my moderators is going to have to put you in timeout. Thank you for being passionate, but try to put all of your thoughts into one. Try to put all your thoughts into one. Yeah. And some people are pointing out the age gap. Yeah, that's whatever. See, I'm not gonna get into that either. Look. She's 29, he's 23. Okay? And? See, it would be one thing if he was like 19 and she was 29. Then I'd be like, really? I just never understood that. You didn't ask this question, but I need to talk about it. I understand that here in America, as long as they're over the age of 18, anything's fair game. Whatever, right? Fine. I just think it's fucking weird if you're like 39, 40, 41, 42, and you over here chasing after 18-year-olds. You know, by that point, they young enough to be your kid. You know, that don't sit right with me. Because when you think about it, all right, let's say he's 40 and he's dating someone who's 18, right? That means 10 years ago you were 30 and that kid was 8. And then when you were 20, nah, like they wasn't even born yet. That don't sit right with me. That's a bit much. But if you are like if you're 29 and it's 23, 6 years, that's not much of an age gap. And I don't give a shit if it's the woman that's older, okay? If you're over the age of 22, especially, not that big of a deal.
Alyx, this sponsor are messages a longtime YouTube member can send every month. They are a new YouTube feature and need new processing.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Thank you for that. I didn't even know anything about that. But yeah, yeah, they're both in their 20s. Like, I don't mind that. Now, if she was like, again, if she was like 49 and he's 23, I'd be like, bruh, really? Because that would always bother me when I see these old men going after these young females. Like, for me, and this is me, like, when I go out to bars, I don't even chase, like, personally, the young girls come up to me. I go after the older women. I go after the women that got it together. That's who I go after. I be chasing the older women. I don't know why, I just do. I just got that part of me. I don't like chasing after, especially if they look 18. If I look at them, I'm like, you look like a teenager. I don't feel right. You know what I mean? Sometimes they be teenagers. You gotta be careful with some of these girls nowadays. Alright. Thank you for that. Thank you, Mr. Isaiah Webb. We got Charles Mitchell in the house. Let's go ahead and get to our Bray Wyatt question. Alyx. This is Charles from Virginia. What is the most underrated wrestling show to you? Most underrated wrestling show to me? I would have to say MLW. I've seen a couple of their shows. They're doing a good job. Now, granted, they just basically brought in Dario Cueto from Lucha Underground, and it's no longer Mil Muertes, it's King Muertes. So it has a little bit of that Lucha Underground twang, little feel to it. So of course I like it a little bit more because of that. And of course Alicia Dukes up there. But no, like, real talk. Definitely a show that you guys should check out. If not that, Stardom. Stardom is also good. And I just, went on a monthly binge watching Stardom. Thanks to John and Ashton for suggesting that. So there's that. I'm gonna stop there. That's a good question. There's your answer. How do you feel about Bray Wyatt going to AEW, and do you think he'll be successful? So I think I touched on this in my... Was it my AEW review? Or was it the SmackDown review? It was the SmackDown review. This past Friday. When Bray Wyatt, basically, when his contract, 90-day non-complete clause, was up. You can go back and listen to that, but... yeah, I think AEW is the best place for him. Sure, you can see him in Impact Wrestling, and I'm never going to give him a hard time for choosing wherever he wants to go. He can go to MLW for all I care. Maybe that's where he needs to go. MLW, Impact Wrestling, you got all these other shows that he can jump to. NWA. I think AEW is the best place for him for 2 reasons. Creative freedom and money. You know damn well that Tony Khan is going to pay him well. And he's going to have his creative freedom to do whatever the hell he wants. And the booking is going to be solid. He goes to Impact Wrestling, sure, he'll have creative freedom, but will he have the money? That, and will he be challenged? Because they're going to give him the world title immediately. Someone like Bray Wyatt, you throw the title on him. You think that he's going to come in and lose to Moose? And I like Moose, but no. Nah, they're gonna market him as a monster. As they should. With Bray Wyatt and AEW, I gotta stop calling him that. It's Windham Rotunda now. Windham. Imagine what he can do, man. Where is it? Do I still have it up here? I don't. I think I took it down. Let me see. Damn. Let me pull it up again, because, you know, this is definitely something worth looking at. I made it just a couple days ago. There it is. Can you focus? Can you focus? Okay. There it is. Alright, so, look at this. So, you bring in Windham. Imagine, like, Windham versus Kenny Omega. Holy shit. Windham versus Malachi Black. Holy shit. Windham versus Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson. We've seen it before. But, this iteration of it, no. Windham versus Adam Cole. That's fresh. CM Punk versus Windham. That's fresh. Darby Allin. MJF. Cody. Hangman. Jon Moxley. Eddie Kingston. There's so many things you can do with him. When it comes to everything else, okay, you can do Windham versus Moose. You can do Windham versus Sami Callihan. But after that, you're done. You kind of run out of things to do with him. With AEW, there's so much for him to do. Someone said GCW. Again, like with GCW, you put him up against Murder Death Kill Gage, Nick Gage. What are we gonna do? That's it. Move on. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. But yeah, I definitely think he's going to AEW. I won't be shocked if he doesn't go to AEW. But I am curious to know, if not AEW, then where? That's my question. Not AEW, then where? Something to think about. Something to think about. Alright, last question from Mr. Charles Mitchell. What's your favorite tag team and stable today? The Bloodline. Roman Reigns and the Usos. That's the best one so far. Not hating on the Elite. I think the Elite's great. In terms of which one is giving me my feel of entertainment, it's the Bloodline. No questions asked. I just hope it all leads to the big storyline between Roman and The Rock. That's all I'm going to say. All right, let's keep going here. Danny Palmer from Hollywood, Florida. Top 3 cities you would like to see host WrestleMania. All right. London, England. I gotta be sure I don't miss anything. You said top 3. We already did one in Houston. That was nice. It was awesome. I was there. Well, let's just go outside the box. Let's not use America. Let's go to London, Tokyo, Japan. The same building that did New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom. They need to do a WrestleMania over there one time. It would be so dope. And there's so many places we can go. We could do it in Australia. We can. For me though, I want somewhere new. Somewhere we haven't been before. And people in the live chat talking about Rotunda matches. This one's hard. I mean, we could do it in Las Vegas. We could do it in Hollywood. I want somewhere new. Somewhere in Africa. What's in Africa? Wait, have we done one in Canada? Yeah, we did. Toronto, Canada, WrestleMania 18. Oh, man. Can we do it in Mexico? What's a big stadium in Mexico? Puerto Rico? Okay. Thailand? Ooh, Thailand. Okay. I think Mexico. I would go to Mexico. So, that's where I would do it. Tokyo, London, and Mexico. Just to change it up. Yeah. That's where I would do it. But give me your thoughts. Like, where would you like WrestleMania? That's a good question. That is a really, really, really good question. Let's see, what else we got? La 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 la. I'm so glad I got my own. I ain't worried about Josephine. My life's a natural high. Go and bunny hot with sorry. Those of you who know about that song, we can be friends. Now, how's everything going with you? It's going better. Last night I went out to the bar just to chill. It was crazy because story time. Story time. It's between me and you. I was chilling. I was at the bar, and I usually sit by the DJ because I love music. That's my thing, man. So I'm sitting by the DJ. This woman, somewhere in her 40s, gotta be in her 40s, drunk as all hell, Hispanic, can't even speak English, blouse, dress, doing all that, comes up to me. She goes, gorgeous. Takes a selfie with me. I'm like, all right, she really likes me. You know, and she goes away and starts flirting with other men. So I'm thinking, okay, well, clearly she's single because she's flirting with other men, right? Comes back to me, gives me a kiss in the cheek. So I'm thinking, fuck it, reciprocate. Kiss her on the cheek. What I didn't know was that she had a husband, boyfriend, don't really know what the fuck he was, a man there who she was dating or was with. He saw me kiss her on the cheek. He snaps, pushes my head, punches me, starts doing the whole that. I'm like, what the fuck? What is happening? I'm not making this up. Like, what's happening here? Before I realized what was going on, security bouncers come in. They grab him. He's flailing like, he's going crazy. And, you know, they carry him outside. The owner bans him. Everybody starts consoling me like, oh my God, are you okay? That was crazy. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And they're just like, he was hitting me. And then, you know, one of the bartenders is like, so what was going on? I said, well, this woman came up to me, was flirting with me, kissed me on the cheek. I gave her a kiss back. And then everybody was like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. I saw it. Like, she was flirting with him. And then they just kicked his ass out. And so, yeah, I got attacked last night. And then on top of that, 2 girls came up. It was a girl's birthday. It was her birthday. And, you know, she came up, she was like, let's get, will you drink vodka with us? I'm like, sure. So, vodka, they gave us 2 drinks of vodka, sure. They didn't like it. It's like, I don't like this vodka. Vodka's nasty. Vodka's nasty. And I'm just like, okay, I'll tell you what. Let me buy you an extra drink. Something called Mint to be Melon. It was watermelon vodka, lemonade, and mint. It's delicious. She got it. She was like, oh my God, it's so good. The song good. And I was like, yeah, like you can share it with your friend. It's for you. It's for your birthday. So what I didn't know with those girls, I'm assuming that they paid for the vodka, right? They're like, okay, well, they're paying for the vodka. I'm just covering this drink. Nope. They didn't pay for the vodka. They basically left. And they decided to take their shit and go home. And I'm just like, well, all right. So guess who was left paying for their drinks? Me. I saw that receipt and I went, wait a fucking minute. I paid for 2 drinks, sir. He's like, well, someone has to pay for the vodka. I'm like, I didn't pay for it. He did the whole look. I'll owe you one next time. I'll owe you one. And I was just like, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. But miscommunication, it is what it is. I now know not to fall for that. I'm going to be like, next time, a girl's like, you want to drink vodka with us? Jesus Christ almighty. Y'all sneaky. Y'all some sneaky people. Over here, like, drink vodka with us. And then I ended up paying for it. Craziness. But yeah, you asked me how I'm doing. It's kind of recovering from that. Let me see here. Yeah, y'all laughing in the live chat. Yeah, I'm not making this up. That actually happened. Yeah, his girl was all over me, and he saw it. It was just like, what the fuck? I gotta watch him. Yeah, it was quite a night. Quite a night last night. What was the last question? Appreciate your content. Wishing you the best, brother. I'm doing good, Danny. Thank you for that. All right, moving on to Al from Brooklyn. While we can highlight the many negative things about WWE this year, are there any, if any, positives that you would take out of 2021? WrestleMania. WrestleMania was good. WrestleMania was really good. And people were saying that Saudi Arabia was better. I haven't seen it, so in my opinion, WrestleMania still so far is the best show they've done all year. All year. There hasn't been the best one, so there hasn't been one better than that. The WrestleMania main event with Sasha Banks and Bianca is a classic. Even the triple threat match, Edge, Bryan, Roman, classic. Really good stuff. And I feel like they put their best foot forward on that night. Outside of that, Bianca's champion, sure. Roman, running out of things to talk about. I think that might be it, actually. Because the rest of the year is just releases. After releases and fucking Thunderdome shows, and then this crap we're getting now with the live crowds that they can't even maintain. So, yeah. And then he even said excluding Roman Reigns in the Bloodline. WrestleMania. There you go. Yeah, he said Bianca Belair. I was like, there you go. That's all I got. WrestleMania, Roman, and Bianca. Number 2, do you think the phrase separate the art from the artist still applies to certain celebrities? Or is it a lie? He gave examples like Chris Benoit, Chris Brown, R. Kelly. I don't see a reason why you can't enjoy R. Kelly's songs, but also admit that he's a fucking pedophile. R. Kelly made some good music. Iconic R&B music. Iconic. Can't take that away from him. That being said, he's a fucking pedophile. See, that's what I talk about when all these people are wondering why I'm against certain men of ages dating young girls. That's why. R. Kelly always dated people under the age of 20. I hate. Why? Did no one else? I mean, didn't he piss on a girl that was 14 years old? This was like way before the current allegations hit him. This was like back in the 2000s. Before then, I think. He's always been a pedophile. Everybody just accepted it because, well, he makes good music. Nah, bro, that don't sit with me. You can appreciate his music. Same thing with Chris Brown. Chris Brown, allegedly, he beat up Rihanna. Not allegedly, he beat her ass. I have to question that situation with Rihanna, though. There's a side of me that thinks, yes, he beat up Rihanna, but I feel like with Rihanna's situation, you know, it's like, she feels like the type of chick that would egg someone on. Like, I dare you to hit me, do it. Not saying he should beat her up. He shouldn't put his hands on a woman, period. But it's one of those things where it's like, there's a little bit more to that story, I think. That being said, yeah, I can always appreciate Chris Brown's music. Chris Benoit, yeah, even though he killed his family and killed himself, and that's always going to be something that's going to be a black mark on his name, he was always a great wrestler. So no, I don't think it's a lie. I think you can separate the art from the performer. You can. People still appreciate art from Adolf Hitler. They do. Believe it or not, he used to do art. And people still look at it today and still appreciate it. And it's still up in museums and everything like that. David Herbst, thank you for the question, by the way. David Herbst from Abilene, Texas. Are you... Excuse me. Oh, you are. Okay. You are stranded on an island. However, you can pick 5 wrestlers, male or female, to join you on the island. Who do you choose? On the island? Well, Sasha Banks, Tony Storm, Mickey James. Who got a good booty? Who got booty? I already got Toni Storm. She got thick. She got thickness. Dakota Kai. Bailey. I'll take care of all of them. I'll be the bread break. I'll be the one hunting animals and feeding them. We'll start a new civilization. Moving on. John Bill II. Hey, you asked the question. I just gave you a straight answer. John Bill II. What's your thoughts on the Injustice animated film? Ooh, that's a good question. I saw it. I don't hate it. But I'm sorry, there are just certain things about it that just feel off to me. Like, the Wonder Woman heel turn in that film made zero fucking sense. I didn't get that at all. At least the games explained it. They explained why Wonder Woman became the enabler to Superman's tyrannical will. First off, because she knew that he would kill her, one. But also, it was the best way to quell him from going even deeper. Because she saw that, alright, you don't understand what the fuck I'm doing. Alright, I have to do what I'm doing to keep him from going off the deep end. I am like the last bastion of hope that you have from him turning into Homelander and destroying everything. Because that's where he was headed. You know, Superman was still... When he first, and then if you don't know about Injustice, it goes like this. Injustice basically is Superman going evil, because you've seen that before. But he goes evil because Joker kills Lois Lane. Why does Joker kill Lois Lane? Because he got bored. It was just the whole idea of, you know what? I can't break Batman, but I can break Superman. Because it's easy. Just kill his loved one. Kill Lois Lane. And then blow up Metropolis. It's kind of scary that that's all it took. That's scary when you really think about it. That's all it would take is just Joker killing Lois Lane. Damn, and he goes evil. But you believe it. That's what's scary about it. It's like, damn, as great as he is extremely fragile when it comes to his morals. His morals is extremely fragile. And that's why Batman says, nah, man, y'all need contingency plans against these motherfuckers. The moment you break them, one of them breaks, we're fucked. And the whole contrast to that is, yeah, Batman, here's the thing. What if you snap? You are always super close to the edge. Anyways. That's why and that's why when you did the storyline of Batman having contingency plans against the heroes, they didn't like that. Because they're like, dude, what if you snap? We're fucked. We are dead in the water. And then Batman's like, you guys will stop me. I'm like, but you have contingency plans against us. What the fuck? Injustice, though. I didn't like how they did certain things and didn't explain it. And they've killed off so many people in the series anyways. They killed off one particular person in the show. I'm just like, why? So it's alright. I wouldn't go back and watch it. Animation was good. Story-wise, I would play the video games. Just stick to the video games. Injustice video games are one of the best video game series out there. Bar none. And I can't wait for 3. Number 3 is going to be dope. Number 2, which women in AEW who you consider the company's Mount Rushmore? Oh, so basically, create a Mount Rushmore out of the women in AEW. Easy. Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose, and who's going to be that 4th spot? I was going to say, no, Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida, Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, and Nyla Rose. You just cover the full spectrum. You cover the full spectrum. Asian, of course, the biggest star, Thunder Rosa, Hispanic, and then Nyla Rose is transgender and black. So, there you go. That's what I would do. Oh, Lord. Matthew Carter is going to close out the Facebook portion. Oh, boy. He got some craziness in here. So, y'all might want to sit back for this one. This one's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. Na, 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 na. Sorry. Says here, I've enjoyed being part of your Q&As, and I liked that countdown to last week's review of AEW ending with the Hex Girls. Cause I'm a Hex Girl, and I'm gonna put up... Anyways, question time. Number 1. Do you have any favorite songs by Queen or Elton John? I do! Look at you! Of course, Queen... I mean... Mama has killed a man. Dun 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 dun. I mean, of course. And then of course, shoot, Elton John. Where do I start? I mean, we'd be here all day with Elton John. There's so many. There's so many songs. And he even gave me a list. We Will Rock You. We will rock you. Bohemian Rhapsody, Flash Gordon, the Princes of the Universe, man. I Want It All. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. Rocket Man. Oh, dude. Are we forgetting about The Lion King? Elton John. It's the circle of life. Honey, away. I'm just saying. And it moves us on. Can you feel the love tonight? And by the way, has anybody ever seen the movie El Dorado? The Road to El Dorado. Elton John made that too. And it made El Dorado, that magnificent and golden 1,000 years ago. El Dorado, and there's I'm trying to think of what other songs they made. It's tough to be a god. Da 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 da. Something, something, something. I gotta go back and listen to that soundtrack. And I believe in everything. Were it not for you, man, that music used to be so good. Music nowadays ain't shit. Other than the people who send me their music on Submit Hub. Y'all get sneezing. Sorry. We're good though. Yeah, for sure. I almost sneezed there again. Yeah, good songs, all of them. You just pretty much gave it to me. Hold on one second. Let me see. I believe in everything. Oh, that song's stuck in my head now. Worrying on you, showing me my darkness and stand. Only this is true. I love you. I love you. Without question. Okay, question number 2. Since you said that the new NXT show is like Nickelodeon, what's your favorite Nickelodeon cartoons? Boy! Rugrats. Doug. Fucking, Fairly Odd Parents. Got a Blast. It's Jimmy Neutron. And then, freaking, Real Monsters. And then Cat Dog. And then, goddamn, Hey Arnold. Jesus Christ, we'd be here all day. Gotta catch him all because he's Danny Phantom. I mean, come on now. Really? You gonna ask me that question? And that's just the cartoons. What about Teen Nick? Oh, this is all that. This is all that. And then Amanda Show. He opened this. He opened this Pandora's box. Drake and Josh, before Drake got popped with pedophilia. At least he owned up to it. Shoot, we'd be here all day. Shoot, where do we start? SpongeBob, of course. That's a given. Parents, Fairly Odd Parents. DuckTales. DuckTales was Nickelodeon? That was not DuckTales. DuckTales was Disney. DuckTales, woo! And DuckTales, woo! Alright. Yeah, man, you nailed it. Like, I love all them shows. Absolutely. Apparently, Adam Ritter is like, but what about my question? Adam, where's your question at? Here it is. Adam from South Carolina. What is your favorite scary movie? No, it's not. What is your favorite all-time Power Ranger episode? Oh, the All Red episode from Wild Force, where all the Red Rangers came together. Wild Force, Power Rangers, get what's right forever. Wild Force, Power Rangers flying higher. Go, Wild Force running faster. But that episode with all the Red Rangers, one of my favorites. That's shiznit. Who do you see being champion heading to WrestleMania 2022? Roman Reigns. There you go. I answered your questions. Let's go to the Twitter. Twitter is next. We're going to do Twitter now. So thank y'all for the Facebook questions. We're going to go to the Twitter universe now. Twitter. Brian B. from MTL. Should the NXT UK brand revamp their logo so it matches NXT 2.0? Is anybody really watching NXT UK right now? Because I'm not. I just think you should just... I've always said they should unify both brands. Just bring the UK talent over to NXT 2.0. Make it easier on ourselves. That's what I would do. Nathan from Indiana. Would AEW's women's roster want an Ashley Flair or a Charlotte Flair in that locker room? Who knows? I don't think Charlotte would be acting the way she acts now in AEW. I think the reason why she gets the way she is because they give her everything. I think Charlotte would want to give some of these talents more spotlight, would want to put people over. She wanted to put over Bianca Belair. She wanted to give Bianca the title on Raw a couple weeks ago. So she's not selfish. She just, she's taking advantage of the system. They're treating her like a queen. She's like, all right, that's what I'm going to act like. Have you watched any WCW Halloween Heavy pay-per-views? I've watched 1997 and 1998. I haven't seen the rest. 1997 was awesome. 1998, wow. Let's see here. Random question, but is the subreddit still active? It is, I just don't use it. I should probably get back on Reddit, should I? Bradley from Australia, what is your ideal format in the booking a weekly wrestling show in terms of balancing matches and segments? Okay, go back and watch Raw, any episode of Monday Night Raw or SmackDown from 1998 to about 2007. Watch any of those episodes and you'll see what I look for. Because those shows felt like shows. Nothing felt the same. You had a couple of shows that kind of ran together, but for the most part, pick any episode from that time period and you'll get the idea of what I look for. Would you agree that Sasha should be a face that acts like a heel? I feel the fans love to boo her, but they love her too much to turn on her. Basically be the boss character. Just stop, trying to make fans like you and stay how you are. Probably. Maybe that's the direction she should go in then. That's a good question.
Prediction. Name all AEW male world champs of 2022.
Hangman Page, Cody Rhodes, Eddie Kingston. Watch. You just watch. Alright, we're going to go to the email questions. And then after I do the email questions, I got to split because I got a place. I told y'all I can only go 2 hours with this. So I'm going to do these email questions and then I'm going to get the book out of here. First question is from Mr. Cake from California. He gave me 3. I'm only going to answer 2. Just so you know, I said 2 questions only, sir. Sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. How gone is the Mustafa Ali after that segment? Oh, he's definitely out. When his contract expires, he's done. He is not resigning. I don't think they care anyways. Yeah, like, now he's talking about people hating him because of his name. So we're now doing the Muhammad Hassan racist angle. Thanks. Good TV. Jesus Christ. Thoughts on Tony Nese's comments about 205 Live. He said the CWC was going to be annual, but Vince said, nah. I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about his comment, so we're going to have to ask me that another time. I'm pretty sure he said that it was dumb to get rid of it. I'll answer this third question just because, but next time only send 2. Thoughts on Keith Lee admitting that Triple H wanted to keep him on NXT as long as possible. Vince wanted him on the main roster since the beginning of 2020. Wow. Well, Triple H didn't trust the main roster to use him right. Clearly. Because Vince just goes, and you see it. You see Vince just doing the whole, Bearcat, roar, smash. It's stupid. And Triple H said, nah. Not in my house. So there you go. Thank you for those questions, sir. Philip Johnson from Fort Worth, Texas. He's from Texas. What's up? Okay, he says, I so much appreciate your honest insight, your honest insight, your intelligence, your dedication, and your persistent passion for professional wrestling. And watching your channel along with BC Amplify has been the only way that I have kept up with recent news in the business, especially pertaining to WWE, because the way that they have succeeded to live up with my coined acronyms for their company. Oh, wasted everything. We won't entertain. We will exasperate, among others, has made it too painful for me to watch. And the way they trashed Bianca Belair at SummerSlam was the final straw for me. Thankfully, you play a part in helping me keep my passion for the business alive. Thanks, man. With that said, I want to know from you, firstly, if you can recall, what was the most impactful moment, match, wrestler that captivated you and made you a diehard fan for wrestling? Oh, basically, what was the moment that got me into wrestling? 1998, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mike Tyson. That was it. That hooked me. Before wrestling, I was a fan of boxing. I was a fan of Mike Tyson. Because I wasn't always a wrestling fan. I got into wrestling through my family. I was a basketball fan, loved Michael Jordan, loved Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson and Stone Cold Steve Austin, that was the moment I went hooked. I haven't looked back since. That was it. Secondly, if you could have a full creative control over the careers of 7 wrestlers in WWE, male or female, past and present, of course, while taking an idea from others, who would they be? Full creative control. Cesaro. Oh, damn. Oh, man. Ooh, Keith Lee. Brock Lesnar. Well, nah, Heyman can have Brock Lesnar. Roman can stay with Heyman. Ooh, that's a lot. Shelton Benjamin. Oh my goodness. I mean, Bryan Danielson. Yeah, I would have definitely gotten hold of Daniel Bryan. CM Punk for sure. Females. Let me get some females. I wish to this day they would have done better with Natalya. So Natalya, that gives me 2 more, right? I mean, Charlotte. I see. I would take all the 4 horsewomen too. See, I can't just do 7. I would get all the 4 horsewomen because I feel like they don't really get the love that they deserve. And Ronda Rousey. I would get full creative control over them, and I would, make the most out of them. Now he gave me his answer. He would have full creative control over Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy, Asuka. Oh, Asuka for sure. Please give me Asuka. I didn't think about Asuka for sure. Bianca's fine for now. Taker, Melina, Chris Benoit. They did good by Chris Benoit. So we'll have to see. But yeah, thank you for that question. Those were some good questions. Hey Alex, so I know you and Jeff, aka OTR Essential, have collab before, but I was wondering, do you think you guys would ever collab again? Jeff's too busy. Although that's something I'll have to consider. I don't mind. Susan Walmer. Hello, Miss Susan. I have 2 questions for you. Okay, Susan. And she's from Patterson, California. Nice. These top 3 dome stadiums, Sky Dome, NRG Stadium, or Sophie Stadium, that AEW could take, should they decide to book a pay-per-view at one of them. Yeah, come to NRG Stadium. That's here in Houston. Let's go. Come here. Come here. We will give you guys the best crowd. Try it out. Between the reactions you had towards CZW and Mox vs. Gage, which one made you scream the most? Which one made you scream or skirmish upon watching it the most? Mox and Gage. That was nuts. That one was hard to watch. And I think that's what Moxie wants. BW Rosa, 2 questions. What are your thoughts when you hear other wrestling YouTuber podcasts like, say, Top Work Rate Productions say that AEW is actually an inside job done by WWE? I say get help. And you're crazy. The fuck is wrong with you? What? Inside job? Not you, BW Rosa, the people who say that. Okay, sure. They create their own competition? Okay, pal. It seems Abaddon has to work harder to win you over with her gimmick, but when you think about it, it does bring variety to AEW's women's division with the different styles and personalities. However, based on what we've seen on Friday, do you think AEW is setting her up as the one to dethrone Britt Baker? Absolutely not. The one to dethrone Britt Baker is Thunder Rosa, and I think that's very obvious. That's why they're holding her back. That's why they had her win the that Lights Out match, to basically say this is who's beating her. Alright, Tahibe Brea asked me 2 questions. Your favorite WCW Halloween Havoc match, Goldberg vs. DDP 1998. I just lied to you. Eddie Guerrero vs. Rey Mysterio in 1997. I just lied to you again. Both of them are my top favorites. But yeah, that DDP vs. Goldberg match in 1998 is a classic. Outstanding. Of the 3 superstars who you think would have had a great WWE Championship run: Owen Hart, Mr. Perfect, Razor Ramon. Mr. Perfect would have been the excellent heel champion. And I love Owen Hart, but Mr. Perfect, that should have been the one to win the title. Nithrax, what's up, Nithrax? Can you name some divas that do not get enough credit for their in-ring performance? Who doesn't get enough credit? That's a good question. Candice Michelle was actually pretty solid inside the ring. When she actually started trying, she was pretty good. But, you know, that's a hard question to answer. Because I think about, like, Melina and Michelle McCool and Layla. Layla got some skills in there, too. She didn't get enough love. Eve Torres? Eve Torres was solid. I'll give you Eve Torres. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. That's a good one. Eve Torres was good. I'll go with those 3 I gave you. Since it's Halloween, do you think WWE should bring back costume battle royals? No. Don't give them any ideas. I don't trust them. All right, that's gonna do it, right? Is that it? That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here. All right, so I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry. Thank y'all for supporting me. Hey, listen, if y'all can send me some money through Cashapp or Venmo, help a brother out. It would really help me out this month. My revenue took a hit because I haven't been doing Raw and SmackDown reviews. I'm gonna get back to it this month, so it's gonna improve. And we also got Super Chat Championship coming up, so it's gonna be a lot of revenue coming into the stream next month. But for the month of October, I took a hit. So if you guys could help me out, I would really appreciate that. Other than that, happy Halloween. Thank y'all for being here. Be blessed. Take care of yourselves. And as always, this is Alyx. Just Alyx signing out right here in Alyx's World. A safe space for wrestling fans like you.